So I come here regularly to Portugal. I mean, first I'm Portuguese, but this is not the sole reason. So I've been in France now for 36 years. I've done all my university and my PhD in France, and then I got a position at CNR at the French CNRS. But I've been linked to CEDOC even before CEDOC was born. So my link to CEDOC was really my common scientific interest with the group of Miguel Seabra that started when Miguel Seabra was still at Imperial College, and he was also animating the PhD program at the Gulbenkian. So he called me and he told me, Graca, why don't you come to do the PhD program because of our common interest on intracellular trafficking. And therefore I started really doing these week at the Gulbenkian in Oeiras, which was fabulous. And then further on, I mean, we really continued sharing, I mean, this common scientific interest on intracellular trafficking, on the biogenesis of specialized organelles, in particular melanosomes of skin cells. And we have been doing, I mean, following each other's studies side by side, I mean, either collaborating, I mean, we have many publications in common, but also, I mean, doing complementary studies, and we have papers back to back in several journals. And so it is really a pleasure for me to come almost each year, and now we have been teaching in this course since 2010, 2011. This is the course on cellular and molecular mechanisms of trafficking, no, of disease, sorry. It's the cellular and molecular mechanisms of disease. And so each year I come here to teach to physicians and to PhD students. And therefore I really like to know the Portuguese universities, the Portuguese hospitals, and I think it's extremely challenging to teach to both of these audiences. And then it's also really nice to come, of course, to discuss with my colleagues, and we continue exchanging of students, and Portuguese students go to the lab in Paris, and I hope also vice versa, that we can share these common practices also. And so it's also really very nice for me to come and, of course, see my family that is always here. So I've been heading this research team. I mean, for several years. So a research team in the Department of Cell Biology at Institut Curie. That is really dedicated to study the biogenesis of lysosomes and lysosome-related organelles, so in the field of intracellular trafficking, in particular using and exploiting imaging methods and very particular electron microscopy, but also correlative light electron microscopy, and a lot of people in my lab, I mean, they are also very dedicated to develop new methods, so new methods that are really helping us to understand better intracellular trafficking. But over the last 3 years, I had a new challenge in my life at Curie, because I became the director of the training unit. So, and the training unit of Institut Curie, I mean, it is one of the main missions of Institut Curie. It's not also only the hospital that, as you know, I mean, is one of the main hospitals dedicated to breast cancer, but also other types of cancer. There is a research center, a lot of links between hospital and the research center, but one of the main missions that was already one of the main missions of Marie Curie was training. And being the directing of this training unit, I've been challenging in the sense that we are really trying to push over, you know, new courses, international renowned courses in different fields, but also soft skill courses, like really preparing our young researchers, you know, to be or managing laboratories, or being, I mean, also helping them on how to go on with their careers, because as you know, I mean, you can have a career in science, but you have done your PhD, but maybe you want to do something else. And there are many different possibilities to pursue a career in science, not only being at the bench, you know, in communication, in scientific publications, and this is really important to know. So we help them on career development. Also, we are very dedicated nowadays to pursuing soft skills on scientific integrity and ethics. And around in several institutes, there is a lot of sensitivity about really training young researchers, and I would say even senior researchers, on scientific integrity. Because really doing science is, you really need to be ethically correct. And because the pressure of publications nowadays, I mean, people are going to publish maybe fake results, and this happens, and has happened a lot. And we have a lot of publications in high impact journals that have been retracted, and we know, and I think that young researchers need to be aware of that, not only citing papers, but also looking and being critical on these research papers. So I think that this part of, I think I'm really very happy in having also this charge, my group, my scientific group, and also having this training department with, again, I mean, 6 persons that are really there every day helping and working on making great training for our postdocs, our PhDs, also young group leaders, a lot of young group leaders that need to be sensitized to all that.